Hi, it's Miss Chrissy from the Hickory Corner branch, and today I want to talk to you about bubble wrap. So I'm sure you have seen bubble wrap before, and you probably love to play with it and pop all the bubbles. So much fun. But you know, it was originally invented to be wallpaper. Doesn't that sound crazy? Back in the 50s, when wallpaper was really popular, two inventors, Alfred Fielding and Mark Chavon, came up with this idea to make like a texturized 3D wallpaper. So what they did is they took two shower curtains and they sealed them together. But because they did that, they trapped all these little air bubbles in there. And those air bubbles became what we know as bubble wrap. Now, it was not very popular as wallpaper. So then they tried to use it as greenhouse insulation. And although it did work somewhat, again, didn't really take off. So it wasn't until IBM had these really big computers, very expensive and fragile computers they needed to ship, that it was first proposed as a shipping material so it could protect things being shipped. And that's how we use bubble wrap today. But there's lots of other things we do with bubble wrap, including making it pop, right? That's one of the most fun things about bubble wrap. Did you know it's actually scientifically proven that bubble wrap relaxes people? So just sitting there popping the bubbles is actually a very relaxing activity. It's actually really good for relieving stress as well. So now, popping's not the only fun thing we can do with bubble wrap. We can also make art. There's a really cool artist named Bradley Hart, and let me show you some of his artwork. And my printer is not doing so well right now. I'm kind of running low on ink, so this does not do this picture justice. But Bradley Hart makes beautiful pieces of art using bubble wrap. He actually uses a syringe to inject the paint right into the bubbles. And so he makes all different pictures, including portraits of people. I really recommend that you look for some of Bradley Hart's work because it's just so neat. But what's really neat about it is that on the back, it creates almost an abstract image as the paint drips down. So that's what the back of the image would look like. So it's really cool. So now Miss Andrea is going to show you how you can use bubble wrap at home to make your own works of art.
Hi friends!
Hi friends.
This is Miss Andrea and
Bianca
from the Hickory Corner branch of the Mercer County Library System. Do you like popping bubble wrap? It is so much fun, right? But before you pop all those bubbles, you can paint with it, and we're gonna show you how. So we did this one earlier. We made a tree, so we took the bubble wrap and we made all the leaves, and then Bianca just made this one. We just call this process art, where you just take something unique and different, something different than a paintbrush, and you use it. And so we made this picture, and we're going to show you how we did that, what our process was. So what you're going to need, I'm going to put my tree down for a second. What you're going to need is some paper. We had a big roll of paper, so I used my scissors to cut it to size, and I used some painter's tape to tape it down to our tablecloth here. If you want, you can just use regular paper, especially if you're going to make your little tree, so I'll put that there. Okay, and then of course you're going to need some bubble wrap. I cut mine to a rectangular size, and I turned it into a little paint dabber. So we're gonna dab it in some paint, and we're gonna dab it onto our paper. So what you're gonna need is some cotton. I happen to have this polyfill, but if you just have some cotton balls, you can do that too. So you just ball it up. You're gonna wanna take your bubble wrap and lay the bubbly side facing down to the table and the flat, smooth side facing you. Put the cotton in the middle, and then you're gonna wrap it up like a little package.
Oh, and you need a rubber band to hold it all together.
Yeah, so we're just gonna wrap that rubber band around the top, and that's what's gonna give us a little paint dabber. Okay, so we have our paint dabbers now. You can make as many of those as the bubble wrap you have. We've got 4 for today. If you got a bubble wrap envelope, you can also use it like a paint glove, and you can do it that way. We tried that too, and that was also really fun. So you're gonna need something to put your paint on. We chose some little paper plates, so we're gonna put those out.
Thanks, Mom.
All right. Oh, I might need to move the green closer to me if I make a tree, so we can share, okay?
Okay, Mom.
And in order to make my tree trunk, I am going to use my dot marker just to make the trunk and the leaves. And did I say you're gonna need paint? Of course you're gonna need paint. Okay, so let me move my rubber bands out of the way here. And here's your dabbers. Why don't you use a different dabber for every color so you don't mix up the colors?
This one's golden.
Ooh, pretty. Can you see what Bianca's doing there? Can you see how she's making little bubble marks on her paper? So I'm gonna take my paint daughter and I'm going to make a tree trunk. What's nice about these paint daughters, I say daughters, but they make nice lines and they dry so fast. I'm gonna make all my tree branches, maybe make a few stems coming off.
Ooh, this one's making stripes.
Great.
I'm using this one.
And this is gonna dry super quick so I can go right ahead and I can start doing the green paint. So what's nice is that this gives you a little handle now. So for some kids, this might be easier to grip than just a little piece of bubble wrap. And then the cotton inside gives it a little structure.
I use golden.
Okay, so I'm gonna dip it in.
Yeah, I'm gonna dip this one in.
So there we go. Okay,
I'm using golden.
here I go. And I'm gonna make those leaves. Wow, that looks so cool.
Mom, will you?
And I love that little handle. It's making it so easy. Now you might notice that Bianca has on a smock. I've got on my apron. This project can get pretty messy. So make sure that you cover those clothes and protect yourself, and also be near a sink or have some, would you like to use the green? Be near a sink so you can wash those hands readily. Okay, here's my tree. Look how fast and easy that was and how cool it is with all those little bubble marks.
I'm not finished with mine.
I know, you're gonna be doing yours for a while now, but can I show them and then we'll go back to painting when we turn the video off? Here, let me just show them how you got started here. So what we're gonna do is release the tape just on those two ends and we'll hold it up. Whoa! Okay, and that's why we call it process art, because really it's just free form. It's whatever the kids want to do. The green one that I showed you earlier, that was like a half-hour long project where she was just getting messy and having fun with it. So I hope you guys have some bubble wrap laying around, and if not, just save it next time you get a package. And remember, don't pop it until you've had time to paint with it. But now that I've painted with it, I'm gonna pop it. Bye, friends.